Okay, the battle for Bhabanipur, in a sense, has truly begun today. Opposite Mamata Banerjee is the BJP's Priyanka Tibrewal. She's in fact joining us live. Thank you so much, Priyanka. I'm going to come across to you also, Shogata, who's been on the ground. Priyanka, first of all, I'm sure you're going to be told, and you're being told this repeatedly, that this is a bastion of a sitting chief minister, so it can be a cakewalk for her. And therefore, are you fighting a battle which you hope to win? Why do you think you can win this battle?
See, I have stood with the people of Bengal and I would like to correct you, not the sitting chief minister, because she had lost the elections at Nandigram. So she is forcibly a chief minister, which the people had rejected after giving votes at Nandigram. So, anyways, I believe that I have stood with the people of West Bengal, and my promise to stand beside them is already there, and people have seen that I have fulfilled that promise which I had made to them. Because when the vandalism took place in West Bengal and the violence which was continuing here was done and created by the Trinamool Congress, and there I stood with the people. I ensured that they get justice at the court.
I'm not coming to that because you're in the sense the face of this entire movement by the BJP, which has picked up on the poll violence or the post-poll violence. You think that's a factor which is going to work because repeatedly the Trinamool Congress says that these allegations were completely baseless, and instead they're throwing back Tripura at you. Repeatedly saying, look what the BJP is doing there.
See, I had told them that the way the violence went on in West Bengal until date, it is continuing. Nothing has stopped. So now also, what we are witnessing, and that is the reason this is not just we have witnessed in West Bengal, the entire country has seen this. People of Tripura have also seen that, and that's the reason that they do not want that even the shadow of Trinamool should step into Tripura. So that is the, whatever is happening, it's the people of Tripura who's refusing to allow them to enter the state. And even then, if there is any failure of law and order situation or anything as such, they should file complaints the way we filed, the way we fought. We took everything to the court, and it is the court who decided that yes, there was vandalism, yes, there was violence. Now they do not believe in the NHRC, they do not believe in the ED, they do not believe in the single bench, they do not believe on division bench, they do not believe in the five bench also, which passed this order where this judgment came. They do not even believe in that. That's the reason they are now in Supreme Court. And I am telling you, once they lose in Supreme Court, they will say that they do not believe in the Supreme Court also.
Do you think the BJP has already made a point because she lost in Nandigram, though of course the Trinamool Congress refuses to consider it to a loss because they're saying that there's something wrong with the EVM machines. But do you think you've already made a point in Nandigram where a chief minister has lost that seat and therefore whether she wins in Bhabanipur or whether you win in Bhabanipur, it doesn't really matter because you've already made your point?
See, the people have already shown because, as you said, that how am I feeling, or this is a big fight against someone who was a two-time chief minister. So, a two-time chief minister lost in Nandigram. So, the people of Nandigram have given a befitting reply to them because the way things are being carried out in West Bengal, and not just that, you see, we have seen on screens how their leaders have been caught taking bribes, how they went to jails, and how they are now out on bail, and they are the star campaigners. Someone who is campaigning for Mamata Banerjee, out of them, 2, 3 of them are jail returned. So I think
Okay.
people
Okay.
are watching this.
You
That's
know,
the reason they gave a
the
reply in
Trinamool
Nandigram.
Okay, the Trinamool Congress is calling you an outsider, non-Bengali, not really someone who understands Bengal, and that's what they've accused the BJP about. What's your response to that?
See, I am born in Bhabanipur. My father is born in Kolkata, West Bengal. And my forefather, my grandfather is also born in Bengal. So if I am not a Bengali, if I am not a girl of Bhabanipur, then in that case, if they call Hindi Bhashis as Bairagats and not from Bengal, then I think that Mamata Banerjee should not ask for votes from the people of Bhabanipur who are Hindi Bhashis. So I think she doesn't need the 50,000 votes of those Hindi Bhashis then.
Okay, so that's the vote bank you want to capitalize. I'm going to let you go, but I need to ask you this one last question. I'm going to go across to Shokato. Priyanka, Bangla nije make a chai. Bhabanipur nije make a chai. They want their own daughter. That's the narrative which was pushed by her. State polls that also, as far as
Wonderful.
Bhabanipur by-elections are concerned. Are you fitting in there? Will you? Yes.
Wonderful. I'm born in Kolkata Hospital. I have been brought up in Bhabanipur, so I'm the mayor of Bhabanipur, not Mamata Banerjee.
You are the mayor of Bhabanipur, not Mamata Banerjee. All right, it's going to get a very interesting fight. A woman versus a woman. And of course, as you say, Bhabanipur, also you're the legitimate mayor of
Rather,
Bhabanipur.
I
Thank
think
you
we
so
shall
much, Priyanka. I
conclude by
know
saying
you've taken time out.
Rather, I think I should conclude
Yes,
by saying that it is a fight of justice versus injustice.
okay. All right. Okay, thank you very much, Priyanka, for
Thank you.
joining us, and all the best because your campaign, in a sense, begins, I guess, tomorrow when you file your nomination. Thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you.
Shogato, the point which Priyanka was making, that I am the daughter of Bhabanipur. I come from that area. I was born there. As my colleague on the ground, I'm sure many of them must be thinking that BJP is only doing it as a symbolic fight. But beyond that, because they know that she's going to use it as a pitch for Mission 2024, is there a message which the BJP is trying to send out when they are also actually putting up a candidate from there? Not like the Congress party, which has withdrawn from the fight?
Well, of course. I mean, for the BJP, Bhawanipur is a prestige battle. More than a political battle, it's a prestige battle because the BJP knows that they have done it once in Nandigram. They want to do it as, or rather, they want to come as close as possible to doing it the second time. Of course, the BJP knows that this would be much tougher compared to what was in Nandigram, because Bhawanipur is the backyard of Mamata Banerjee. It's the whole equations here are entirely different from that of Nandigram. The earlier results from 2011 till date, the Trinamool Congress has fared consistently well. Mamata Banerjee has done consistently well in all of these elections that she's fought over the last decade or so from Nandigram. Excepting for maybe some of the parliamentary poll results where Bhawanipur contributed to the Kolkata seat. The BJP doesn't have much in its kitty as of now in terms of previous numbers. So obviously for the BJP, the equation changes when it comes to Bhawanipur. But the point here is that the Bhawanipur constituency is a truly cosmopolitan constituency. Unlike Nandigram, it's a cosmopolitan constituency. There are, people of all shades, of all, occupations. They speak different languages. There are Marwadis, there are Gujaratis, there are, all kinds of other non-Bangla speaking, Indians who reside over there. So obviously, a face like Priyanka Tibrewal cuts ice. And someone who's from Bhawanipur, who is a multilingual person,
And I
can
think,
easily reach out. So
and
that's the point that they want to also take forward.
yes, and also the margin of victory of Mamata Banerjee if she wins from there, because that's what the Trinamool Congress is claiming. But more than that, Shokato, I think it's also messaging to send out that no fight is small for us, and we are always ready to dare. The audacity of hope. I mean, it worked for them in Nandigram for that matter. And I guess, unlike the Congress party, which says in the name of opposition unity, we are not going to be contesting, that also brings a certain amount of cynicism that should a national party actually withdraw out of a fight, why could they not have a symbolic candidate?
Well, you see, compared to what the Congress did, look at this, the list of star campaigners that the
Yeah,
BJP has
exactly.
already posted. The 20 names that they have come up with, save and except probably for the Prime Minister and the Home Minister, all the other big names are already there, and obviously they would all be coming over the next couple of weeks in the run up to the 30th September polls, and they would be making a very strong presence on the ground. Not that the Trinamool will not have presence. Trinamool will have obviously very strong presence. The top leaders of the party will all be here. Most of them are from this region, South Kolkata, as you know, and they would all be present over there. And especially the might of Mamata Banerjee, Abhishek Banerjee, which is obviously there in Bhawanipur, would be taken head on
Yes.
by the BJP in terms of even having its star campaigners. But look at the Congress. The Congress has withdrawn. The CPIM instead has fielded a candidate, a young candidate, and it remains to be seen how the CPM takes that fight forward, because we know for sure, and the Congress has already declared that they would not even participate in the campaigns. So obviously, even though there is an alliance between the Congress and the left for the state elections, The
Left.
Congress will not even be participating in the in the campaigns. So obviously that it leaves you to your
Yeah.
interpretation as to where the two national parties, the Congress and the BJP, stand side by side when it comes to the Bhabanipur seat.
Yes. Yes, and I think the agenda has already been set with the Trinamool Congress for Mission 2024. And in that agenda, where does the Congress really fit in? Many thanks, Shogato, as always, for joining us. Busy days ahead for you as Didi fights it out for her old stronghold of Bhawanipur. Thank you so much for joining me today.